curious about
We're going to have, go into the basement tomorrow night. It's Lent, we have Lent services. And there's going to be a dinner and then a service. We have to stay out of the back in the basement.
All right. Good evening, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. I am Captain Teresa Janik, the captain of District 4. Most of you know me, but just in case you didn't, basically I wanted to introduce myself. We did not have crime and safety meetings in December and January, so buckle up. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, okay? So we're going to try to be as efficient and time effective as possible. To start the presentation, I'd like to start out with a moment of silence to honor Officer Jerby, who was killed in the line. Thank you very much. And I'd like to say thank you, Patty and Doug, for being here. You are a part of our family. We love you and we appreciate you so much. All right. So we're going to start with our guest speaker today, Carlos Velasquez, correct?
Yes.
Okay. He is from the Milwaukee Fire Department, and he is the kind of like the community liaison officer for the fire department. So, take it away.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Lieutenant Carlos Velasquez Sanchez. I've been with the fire department for 18 years. Before that, I used to work for MPS. So, education is really key, really important for me. I feel that just MFD and MPD, we both have the same goal where we want to be proactive through education, and I appreciate Captain Janik and District 4 allowing me to be here. I know that my time is extremely limited, and I know that they have a lot to cover, so I don't want to spend too much time in the introduction. If you need to contact me for whatever reason, they have my contact information. You can call me, you can email me. I'm very good at returning calls and emails if you don't catch me on the phone. Really quick, everything that I would normally talk about takes about an hour, which I don't have, but it's right here. So take it home, read through it. Once you're done with it, if you want to pass it along to a family member, friend, please do so. If you need more, let me know, and I can give you more. This right here, really quick, file of life. We usually look for it on the refrigerator door, has a magnet on the back. You open it, you put all the information that you would like to share with us, contact information, emergent medical conditions, medications, allergies, whatever you want to share with us. And if we have to take care of you and we cannot talk to you, whether it's because you're unconscious or language barrier, we can start using this to treat you. The only thing that we will not honor the DNR or advance directive This is just to let us know where your DNR is. If you don't have an official bracelet, if you have it somewhere else, you can tell us. It's in the kitchen cabinet or it's on my table, bedroom table, whatever. If we do not see something official, we're going to work on you.
Could you clarify what a DNR means?
DNR stands for do not resuscitate. So if you do not want, if you have a medical directive for medical staff not to resuscitate, not to bring you back if your heart stops, you need an official DNR or do not resuscitate bracelet or anything legal that says that you do not want us to work on you. If we don't have that, we are going to do our job and try to bring you back. So please keep that in mind. So fire safety. We have been having a lot of fires recently, a lot more than we did up to this time last year. We don't know what the cause is. We can speculate that is houses are getting older, wood is getting drier, wiring, electrical wiring is getting older and more brittle. Whatever the case may be, we're having a lot more. We probably tripled the numbers from last year up to this time last year. So we are trying to be very proactive in educating people on ways that they can minimize these fires, because it affects everybody. It doesn't affect just you. It affects the fire department. It affects our neighbors. It affects everybody. So number one cause of fire still in the whole United States is kitchen fire. It's not the kitchen's fault. It's not the food fault. It's usually the cook. It's unattended cooking. Plain and simple. It is unattended cooking. If we are cooking, we need to stay by what we're cooking. Years ago, we had the rotary phone, the little cable. We had to stay right next to it, or the base will fall off. Now everybody has cell phones. But somebody calls you while you're cooking, and instead of staying there right by the stove, oh, I haven't talked to you in years, and you walk away, or you go watch the movie, or you go watch the game. You forget, or you leave the house. Oh, because the piece of ham is supposed to stay in the oven for 5 hours. I have time to go to school and pick up the kids. Don't. Number one cause of fires in the whole United States is kitchen fires. Number one cause of death by fire is still smoking. But the number one cause of fires in the whole United States is kitchen fire. So stay by what you're cooking. If you need to walk away, put a timer. If you need to walk away for a while, turn it off. I love cooking Italian, and this is just really seriously because it gives me kind of like a justified reason to have a glass of wine. Sometimes I want to drink a glass. Sometimes I just want to drink out of the bottle. Don't judge me. But if I'm gonna get my drink on, or if I'm gonna be taking any medication that's gonna get me tired, I shouldn't be cooking. So if you're gonna drink, go for it. Don't cook. If you're gonna have medications that are gonna make you tired, don't cook. If you're coming home from a night out painting the town at 3 a.m, don't put that frozen pizza in the oven. You're gonna fall asleep. You're gonna cause an accident. So please don't do it. Smoke alarms. If you live in the city of Milwaukee in a house or a condominium and you need a smoke alarm, inside that pamphlet that I gave you, there is a card. In the back of the card, there is the smoke alarm hotline, and in the front too. 286-8980. Nobody's gonna answer. That's not a joke. It's an answering machine. You leave your name, address, phone number, best time to call. Somebody from the fire department is gonna call you, set up an appointment with the closest company to your house, and they're gonna come and install a smoke alarm free of charge. These are 10 years lithium-ion battery smoke alarms. They're supposed to last 10 years. I will not put my arm on a cutting board promising you that it's gonna last 10 years because I didn't build it. So what we recommend is that once a month, we press the test button. If it beeps, it works. If it doesn't beep, it's one of two things. Either the battery's off. So if you have a smoke alarm that still runs with the 9 volts, please change it. The city of Milwaukee already made a new ordinance 3 years ago that they want everybody having the 10-year lithium battery smoke alarms. They got tired of people taking the battery out for their Walkmans. We don't. Yes.
Can you repeat that phone number again for the?
It's right here in the postcard that is inside your booklet. That pamphlet is 286-8980, but everybody should have this one inside their pamphlet. So So either the battery's dead, so if you still have a 9-volt, please change it to the 10-year, or the battery's too old. Look in the back of the smoke alarm. It has the date that it was manufactured. This one was manufactured on September 2nd of 2022. So I should be able to use this one until 2032. I don't know if it's gonna last that long, so I need to check it once a month. If you have anything that runs with gas, and I'm sorry that I'm going so fast, but I wanna cover like important
You
things.
can slow it down.
Okay.
You're doing great. You're doing great. I love it. I feel like we talk at the same rate.
I need water now, not just kidding. If you have anything that runs with gas, please, 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 make sure that you have a carbon monoxide. I was talking to the gentleman before. I am old school. I am the type of person that when they had the combo TV with the VCR on the TV, I didn't like them. Because either the VCR broke or the TV broke, and then I was like, do I buy a new VCR and connect it? Or same thing, this is me, this is not the MFD talking. I am not a fan of the combo carbon monoxide smoke alarms. You have to know that the smoke alarm is gonna beep 3 times. You're gonna have to know that the carbon monoxide is gonna beep 4 times. The smoke is gonna rise. So if you put the smoke alarm high, that's where it's gonna pick up the smoke. The carbon monoxide is heavy and it sits around torso height. So if you have your carbon monoxide detector up there, it's gonna take longer for it to detect it. But if you have anything that runs with gas stove, gas furnace, gas water heater, fireplace, an attached garage is a huge one. Please make sure that you have a carbon monoxide detector. People think that because they open the overhead door, they're fine. Oh, I'm heating up the car inside the garage, everything is fine because the overhead door is open. Close that door that connects the garage to your house and put your hand underneath the door in that gap between the floor and the door. You're gonna feel air coming in, positive pressure, and that air may be coming in with carbon monoxide. If you ever see the fire on your stove, all gas stoves emit carbon monoxide. But if you have that pretty blue flame that you see on page 10 in this booklet, that is going to emit, the amount of carbon monoxide that it emits is not in dangerous levels. Now, if you see anything on your stove, on your furnace, on your water heater that looks like this flame instead of the blue one, this is causing carbon monoxide to dangerous levels. Not the lighter, obviously, but if it's running over for a long period of time, you can actually get poisoned by carbon monoxide. The signs and symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning are the same as if you're coming down with the flu. I feel tired, I feel so lethargic, I just want to take a nap. And if you don't have a carbon monoxide detector, you will not wake up. It's called the silent killer for a reason. So please make sure that you have a carbon monoxide. Same thing, 10 years. I love this one. In fact, this one was one of mine that I took out of service because it got expired. But I love this one because it can plug into the wall. So it's not running the battery, but even when the power is out, you can still have carbon monoxide in the home, and then the battery kicks in. If you have a fireplace, make sure that you open the chute so the carbon monoxide goes out. And again, stoves, if you see anything, this kind of flame, it may be that you have food on the stock on the grate, or it may be that the stove is malfunctioning and then you need to get a professional to fix it. Don't overload your outlets. That's another huge cause for fires here in the United States and in Milwaukee. Our houses, a lot of houses are old and they only have maybe 1 outlet per room. So what we do is what I call the tree of life. We put that extension and then the multi-plug and then 7 extensions, and it looks ugly as hell. So we put an area rug over it because if you don't see it, it's fine. No, it's not. It's not. So please do not overload your outlets. If you ever see the paint above or below a light switch or a outlet change color, and it wasn't like that a couple hours before or a day before, with the back of your hand, check it. If it feels warm, call 911 right away. If it feels cool to the touch, still call 911 because you might have had an electrical fire behind that wall and now it feels cool to the touch, but maybe the fire is in the attic. It traveled through the 2x4. So if it changed colors and it was weird because it wasn't there before, please give us a call. Make sure that you have an escape plan. Our kids at school, especially with MPS, they have an escape plan. If they ever have a fire, hopefully not, in any of our schools, they're gonna know exactly how to get out. They're gonna follow the teacher outside, they're gonna go to the meeting place. If I ask you right now, how many of you have an escape plan at home? you probably half of the room may keep their hands down, if not more. We need to create an escape plan at home. We need to make a drawing of our house, like if we're flying over the house, taking the roof off, 1 square for each room of the house. Once you have that, 2 ways out of every room. And once you have 2 ways out of every room, the first way being a door, second way being a second door or a window, we need to have a meeting place. Because otherwise, you're going to go to the front of the house, your son is going to go to the back of the house, your wife is going to go to the neighbor's house, and you're not going to know who's in and who's out. Keep the doors closed at night. Doors are fire rated to 20, 30, 45, 60, and 90 minutes. Even the cheap doors from our bathrooms are rated to a 20-minute fire rate for the fire to burn from one side to the other. So if you keep your doors closed at night, especially when you're sleeping, if you have a fire outside your house, outside your bedroom, the fire is not going to start next to the door. By the time that the fire travels to your door and it burns through, you're going to have a lot of time. And as soon as somebody calls 911, we're going to be on our way. Milwaukee Fire is going to be there within 3 to 6 minutes, and we're going to take care of it. So please keep your doors closed. Create an escape plan. Don't overload your outlets. Make sure that you have a working smoke alarm. If you don't have one, call 286-8980. We'll install one for you. And if you have anything that runs with gas, have a carbon monoxide. Last but not least, fire extinguishers. Don't wait till you have a fire to start reading the instructions. Please make sure that if you have one, that you read the instructions beforehand. If you have your fire extinguisher underneath the sink, make sure that it's towards the front. We put the fire extinguisher right at the front, and then we buy dish soap, and then we buy sponges, and then we buy Ajax. And by the time that you need it, it's buried so far back that you're not going to be able to get to it. So make sure that you can get it easily, and make sure that you know how to use it. ABC, A stands for any fire that creates ash. B is for any fire that creates boil, liquid. C is any fire that creates current, electric. So an ABC fire extinguisher is what you want. When you buy one, you want to make sure that the date on the bottom is as close to the date, the year that we're living in, because just like in Pick and Save or any of the supermarkets, that they put the older bread to the front, so you want to kind of like go back there to get the freshest one. They're going to do the same thing with the fire extinguisher. They're going to put the ones that are older to the front. You want to make sure that you have this for 10 years. After 10 years, you need to get it replaced. Make sure that you start 6 to 8 feet away from the fire. Aim at the base of the fire. Always have an exit behind you. And remember, pass. Pull the pin, aim at the base, squeeze down the handle, and sweep side to side. On a 5-pound fire extinguisher like this one, you have between 1 to 3 seconds per pound before it empties. If you are pressing this down and letting it rip without any restrictions, so you may have anything between 5 to 15 seconds before this whole thing empties, so you don't have a whole lot of time. Make sure somebody's calling 911 right away and everybody's getting out of the house. That's it for me. If you guys, again, if anybody has any questions, please ask the officers of District 4. They have my contact information. You can email me, you can call me. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I'll be happy to come back at a later time and talk a little bit more about this. If you have schools or businesses that you want us to come to and talk to your staff, to your family, to your friends, we can do that as well. Thank you so much again, Captain, and thank you so much, District 4, and I appreciate you guys.
Holy moly, that was amazing. It's gonna be hard for me to go after that. That was fantastic. Does anybody have any questions right now? We have the opportunity to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some questions.
Yes, ma'am.
What about those fire blankets that they're selling all over the place? Are they of any use?
Okay, fire blankets, that's a whole 15 more minutes, I'm just kidding. So, fire blankets are great. They're not approved by Underwriters Laboratories. The UL that you see on every electrical equipment, they do a lot of tests. The reason that they're not rated, they're not approved yet, is because you need to blanket over, you can burn yourself, you need to go like this, you can give it air. They're doing a lot of studies, and it may get approved at some point. But right now, although they do work, because what you're doing is that you're getting rid of the oxygen, therefore getting rid of the oxygen, just like when you have a candle and you put the glass over it and the fire goes out and the kids are like, whoa, you got rid of the oxygen, the same thing. My recommendation, aside from the old traditional waste, salt, baking soda, flour, blankets, is having a lid that covers the pot or the pan. If we're talking about kitchen fire, if the fire happens, the lid is gonna protect your forearm as you're coming forward or towards it. You put the lid over it, it gets rid of the oxygen, the fire goes out.
Thank you.
Same thing with microwave and ovens. Never open the door. If you open the door in a microwave fire or an oven fire, you're gonna introduce oxygen. It's gonna flare out and it's gonna burn you. Keep it closed. Turn it off. Unplug it if you can, and call 911. We're gonna come in. We have big fans that take all the smoke out, and if we have to take the stove or the microwave out of the house, we'll do that as well.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Once you turn a different color, I think it goes red or orange, and it's old, and you're not using it, what do you do with it?
So I call, there's two types of fire extinguisher. I call the disposable one is the ones that if you know anybody that has like sport cars or anything, they have the little 2.5 pounds of fire extinguisher with the plastic handle and the aluminum bottom. Plastic and aluminum they don't marry very well, so we usually tell people that have those to change them every year. So when I used to have those, what I did was that I did a fire in my backyard. I would let my kids go at it. They practice how to use it. I end up with plastic and aluminum. It's recyclable, and I will go to a hardware store and spend another $20 for a new one. These ones I call that they're like the heavy duty ones. You can keep these ones for 10 years. They can be recharged if you need to recharge them. After 10 years, you need to get rid of them.
Who recharges?
Ahern, Cintas, if you do a search for fire extinguisher recharge or inspections,
Okay.
there is like 7 or 8. Or I can actually, if you go to Milwaukee Fire Department Community Relations, we have a list of like 8 companies that do recharge them, take them when they're old, and they inspect them if you need them inspected.
We had one more person with a question. I saw 3 hands come up. Okay, I'm seeing things. All right, let's give a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Okay,
Oh, and I have stickers and coloring books. If you have grandkids or little kids at home, that they can benefit from some coloring books or chilled stickers, they're here.
and then I just want to make mention, this is really great information that I didn't even know about, is this, and I know he had talked about it. Talk to your neighbors in your neighborhood and see if they have, these, brain not working, fire detection. Talk to them and see, and if they don't, give them this number. That's really, really, really important. I actually have a question before you're gone.
No, I'm
Could you
not
speak
leaving, yeah.
to 2 things? One, could you speak to, we already talked about kind of like cigarettes, but smoking in bed, and then 2, smoking and oxygen.
So the last page that I have on my booklet that I put together because I got tired of bringing a bunch of different triples is smoking while on oxygen. It sounds like, come on, nobody does that. Yes, they do. And the ugly truth, I'm talking to adults, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, is that when we have a fire that is fed by oxygen, especially oxygen from a cannula or a mask, that fire is gonna burn way hotter and way faster and way bigger than your regular fires. And I have myself personally responded to fires that have started from persons smoking while on oxygen. And I have had the 2 outcomes that not one is better than the other. We have one fatal fire 2 winters ago from a person that was smoking, had a cannula, took the cannula to start a cigarette, started the house, the bedroom on fire, and the partner of this person trying to put out the fire and was the person that ended up losing their life because the other person that started the fire couldn't get the fire extinguisher off the wall. They didn't know how. But we have had the one scenario where the person is still alive, but because the fire burns so bright and so hot, the person are still alive, but they're stuck to the seat where they were sitting. They get melted into the seat, and these people that are alive we're scraping them off the chair so we can take them to the hospital. So it sounds like common sense, but if you know anybody that is on oxygen and they like to smoke, please tell them, it's not a good combination. And I have seen it too many times in my 18 years of life that I have responded to people smoking while on oxygen, and the outcome has never, ever been good. So please don't do it.
Thank you very much.
I have another question. You
Yes,
said
ma'am.
that, gas is the fire, since last 10 years, and you said take it to get it inspected, you need to, how I don't know, before the 10 years or so.
So the only times that you get it inspected is when you're in public buildings. That's when you see that little tag that is a punch hole, and it says that it got inspected on February of 2026, so you don't have to inspect it until February of 2027, kind of thing. But for residential use, you don't have to inspect it, but you just want to make sure you personally, you want to make sure that the gauge is right on the green, that it's not undercharged or overcharged, that the body doesn't look dent or damaged, and if that's okay, and that the rubber from the hose doesn't look cracked or dry or brittle. If it looks like it's in good condition, you're good to use it, and you can keep it for up to 10 years. After 10 years, the companies that made the fire extinguishers, they don't recommend you to keep them any longer than that. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
quick question. How many fire extinguishers should you have in a home?
In a home, in a personal home, if you have one, it should suffice. Usually what we tell people is that to put the smoke alarm, the fire extinguisher, next to the area where they are more likely to have a fire. So normally people put them in the kitchen. Now, if you have a garage, you may want to put one in the garage. If you have a fireplace, you may want to have, and the fireplace is really far away from the kitchen. We're talking like a mansion, kind of like far. Then you may want to put one closer to the fireplace. But if you have anything within 30 feet, you should be able to grab that fire extinguisher and get there. Fire doubles in size about every 30 seconds. You don't have a whole lot of time. So you want to make sure that you call 911. If there is a pull alarm, pull the fire alarm. And if you're the one putting out that fire, always have an exit behind you and try to get at it quickly. It's for incipient fires only. Anything bigger than a wastebasket may be already a little too developed. And if you cannot put it out with that first fire extinguisher, get out. Your life is more important.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do you have a question? No? Okay, all right. Well then, we'll clap for you one more time. Very good. All right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And you said you're gonna hang out for a little bit?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you so much. Okay, so now we have Vanessa and Jordan from the Office of Community Wellness and Safety that would like to talk about the Alert Neighborhood Program.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Vanessa, and then this is Jordan. We're from the soon-to-be Department of Community Wellness and Safety. We are the Alert Neighbor Program coordinators. So I'll let Jordan speak on what the Alert Neighbor Program is.
So the Alert Neighborhood Program is a program that allows people, neighborhoods to create block clubs. It takes about 8 households to create a block club. The only charge to you would be about $20. Things that are included with that are ring cameras, signage, floodlights. Once you create block clubs, you can also hold meetings where MPD will be there, or you could do crime and safety walks as well, where our person might also be there as well. They usually hold like other types of community events, such as where they actually go around neighborhoods and clean up and stuff like that, like pickers, buckets, and things of that nature.
And then you could also request for our department to be there. So the process to be part of the Alert Neighbor Program is it does take a minimum of 8 households. That's $20 per household. And so it's 4 steps. So the first would create your block club. Then you would be able to have a safety walk of some sort once that application gets approved. Then that would go through an application review process. One of our partners is MPD, DNS, and Safe and Sound, DPW, and us. And then you would be able to receive distribution of such items. And then another great opportunity is through Safe and Sound is the Good Neighbor Program. And that's basically, once you have a block club, you're able to receive up to $2,000 a month to do some beautification projects. So whether that's a block club party, if that is to receive, such as like we've had people have fire blankets distributed, things like that. That's also an opportunity. We will have a sign-up sheets probably at this table or around here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to stop by or let us know once we are wrapping up. But yeah, any questions? Yeah.
Are there, floodlight cameras available for garages under the, electric program?
So we have done, historically, we've done Ring doorbell cameras. We're in the process of like making improvements for the whole program as, just in general. So we've decided on different cameras. So that is usually floodlights, which would be the garage door, the garage lighting. But there could be an opportunity where also that Good Neighbor program could be beneficial as well, where you could purchase that yourself, but you would get that money from Safe and Sound.
Okay.
What's the full name of your group again?
We are the Office of Community Wellness and Safety. We're with the City of Milwaukee.
So what's the difference
And you're
between the
promoting
watch
FRT.
that we currently have set up and what you do?
It's pretty much the same thing. This just allows you to get that Ring doorbell camera with the lighting and the signage. Once, like I said, that safety wall component, your alderperson would be able to be there as well. So we would all collaboratively take a community walk if there's any community concerns that you would like to address. You basically get to take us on a whole walk around your block and let us know what you would like. But this is pretty much you giving us $20 towards the program per household. That covers the doorbell camera, the lighting, and the signage if you would like it. So if you're already involved in a block club, you could also contact us and see if there's a way where we can go through that process as well. So your block club could benefit as well.
And then just for clarification purposes, you said $20 per household and it has to be 8 households?
Correct.
So $160. Yes?
Yes.
So the city of Milwaukee gets our taxes and then we gotta pay another $20?
Well, this covers the Ring doorbell cameras, the signage, and the floodlights. We cover the rest of the expenses because I believe Ring doorbell cameras are ranging between $80 to $100. So you would cover just $20. If you want to get all three, you can get all three. If you just want the camera, you can choose the camera. So it would be up to you. Yeah.
What about installation of everything? Do you guys take care of that?
We personally do not take care of that. That's why we usually do like something that's easily installable. If it is that sometimes you suggest community partners, sometimes it is that organizations do have the opportunity to do that, but we as a city do not, simply for liability issues. Yeah?
So is the product the ring bell camera, or can residents choose what kind of camera system they would qualify? Is it just the ring product?
For like our last cycle, we did do Ring doorbell cameras, so we've done our distribution for those. We just went to a whole new camera with our application process opening within the next 1 or 2 months. I'm not sure of the exact brand, but we typically, like the brand that we provide is the brand that we provide. That's why sometimes it's, the Good Neighbor Grant is a great opportunity where if you want something specific, you're able to purchase that through that money instead of your own pocket.
But if you're there applying for the AMAP program, you would choose the camera?
Yes.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, so how do you register for this? Is this something online? What's the application process? How's it work?
Yeah, so it would be online. We've been making changes. This all started through Aldermanic District for CODS and Sanford, so 6th and 15th in 2021. And so we've been making changes. So our application process is going through the approval process through the city. So we're kind of aiming at mid-March, early April, ideally. And then that you would just go online, search up City of Milwaukee Alert Neighbor Program, and it would, there's like, it's kind of like a Microsoft Forms app.
So every resident will do that, so you have 8, each one goes online, fills out the application. Is there an approval process? When you pay your money, blah, blah, blah. Is it automatically approved, or how's that work?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the approval process, there is that like the 4 steps. So Once you submit that application, we would then review it. Usually we prioritize communities that have higher rates of crime. More so with the higher need, people will receive that benefit to become kind of like a crime watch. We're able to collaborate. And then once you submit the application, it goes through the approval process, then you would be able to schedule a safety walk. And you would contact our department, and then we're able to connect like DNS, DPW, MPD, and then our older person. And then we would all be present to take that walk. Once that is done, then we're able to do the distribution. And so once that distribution is done and we have like all the items that are distributed to community members, and after that, you would be able to get together, just have meetings as a block club, and then we would create like a safety plan, community improvement plan per se, and you're able to determine what you would like to improve, how would you like to partner between your block club.
Last question is, with the ring cameras, I have a similar system, but you have to have the internet.
I believe, yeah, so the ring cameras do require it. I'm not quite sure
You have to have
of,
Wi-Fi, is what I'm saying.
yes. I'm not quite sure on the new cameras. I'm sure it's probably around the same thing. But we are going through the process of, they had budgeted for a different brand, kind of in a way to improve the program as a whole. But yeah, I would assume it would probably require Wi-Fi.
Can I add a little context? Not to step on y'all's presentation. Having done this twice last year for 2 different neighborhood groups, it works best when there's one, like centralized person that's applying for the whole neighborhood group, as opposed to each individual resident paying an individual $20 to sign up through the website, right? So if 10 people got together and one person handles the legwork of it all, it works best that way, because otherwise, if you're trying to get 8 people and only 7 sign up, then you're gonna be waiting, as opposed to one person taking the lead essentially and doing it for everybody.
Thank you.
One thought about ring cameras. Essentially, DHS ICE has access to them.
That is, we've taken that into consideration as well. Before that came out as kind of like a heads up to the community, we had already considered a different brand of cameras for other reasons for improving the program as well. So the Ring doorbell cameras have been already distributed thus far, but we are once this new application process goes through, it will be a different camera. Not quite sure of the brand, unfortunately. I'm really sorry about that, but it is a different brand.
Yeah, who could still be set up on Flock?
What was that, I'm sorry?
Who could still be set up on Flock?
That would be, I don't know the exact answer for that, but.
Yeah.
You, about the alleys, the trees and stuff, the bush that grows up, if we could work to keep those things chopped down so we can have, keep them visible about what's going on in the alleys, and they can see if somebody's coming through it. We don't want to have that another person come through our alleys and throw a kid in the trash can. You see, and if we could have something working toward that end, and then when the officers come through the alley, they can have a lot of visual, they can see more. So if we could work toward that, and I think that'll be a good thing too.
Yeah, absolutely. That is also something that could be addressed through the community safety walks, but that is also something that you can submit through the Milwaukee Mobile Action app, I believe, and you're able to take pictures and then that would be sent out to them. We've had a lot of people saying that they don't get responses or nothing is really being done. You're able to keep pushing that. The more you bug them, I would say, the more of a response you will get. So if that is a concern, you're able to bring it to the city and then they can go out there as well.
Question, if through the other neighborhood program you purchase or you choose to do the Ring Bell product, will you be covering that first year subscription for the residents? Because Ring products will give you, I believe, and I could be wrong, either 30 days or 6 months for free, and then people have to pay
necessarily, so we provide the actual equipment, and I think that's where the supplemental grant could be an opportunity as well. That would be through Safe and Sound, which is a Good Neighbor grant.
All right. Any other questions? Going once? Going twice? Sold. All right, thank you so much, we appreciate it. All right. As I said before, we have a lot of stuff to cover today. So we are going to get into it. This was cooperative with me. There we go. Okay, so as you all have the information in your slides, we're going to be covering some more information a little bit later because we had kind of a violent end to the year and a violent start to the year with some homicides and some shootings. So I will talk a little bit more about them a little bit later in the presentation. I don't want to jinx it, but it seems to taper off a little. We did not run the sweeps that I was talking about before when we're looking for subjects with guns, drug dealing, violent offenders, carjacking suspects, anything like that. We didn't run that in late December, and we didn't run it in the first part of January because we had an officer involved shooting, so we canceled it for that day. So they will be back up and running, so hopefully the trend of reduced crime will continue. For some reason that's blank on my screen. Oh boy. Hold on just a second here, I apologize. Having technical difficulties. I feel like this is my first crime and safety meeting. You guys remember that one? We had to go all off the paper. It's like not going, but then it's also blank up here.
Don't like that face, Lieutenant. Okay, we can just watch that one.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I just needed Lieutenant Taylor up there. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I tell you. Okay, so, he has the skills that pay the bills, he sure does. So this is going to be our firearm-related, DV-related offenses. Again, I know, we've talked about this in previous, this is still a struggle, but I think we've had some improvement along our Silver Spring, corridor, as you can see here. That's again, been a major focus for us, for the sweeps that we've been conducting regarding violent crime. Also, I want to go back and point out, we are seeing an uptick, if you can see up here in our Northridge Lakes area and in our Woodlands area, so we are going to be working to continue to address that. We've got some information that we're going to be working on to hopefully take care of that. These are our robberies. Again, you can see we're doing pretty good along the Silver Spring corridor, but again, back up in that Northridge Lakes area, we're seeing some activity go on. These are our burglary to residences. We haven't seen a big trend. We were experiencing a trend across the city of someone that was hitting our fast food places. So they go in, basically break the window in, get in, and then sometimes would come back after having done that. I think there was about 28 some burglaries that took place like that. We got an MO, we got him
in custody now, so that trend should be reduced. These are our auto thefts. Again, Silver Spring, we're still struggling, but we did have a large cluster here between the Menominee Hills River and Menominee Hills River East. The last time that we were here and talking, we were able to take somebody in custody regarding that. We also took another subject in custody today that we believe could possibly be linked to, I want to say they said it was 20 cases for auto theft. So again, hopefully that trend will significantly go down. We have a couple, I want to say it's 3 other people that we are looking for that will hopefully be able to clear up a significant number of auto thefts. This is what I was talking about regarding our homicides. So from last year to where we're at now, we had a homicide at the Port Motel, which was domestic violence related. We have the suspect in custody regarding that. We had another homicide on 67th and Mill Road, which is domestic violence related. We had a suspect in custody for that. 107th and Wabash, that was an ongoing feud between 2 neighbors, and we do have someone in custody for that. 84th and Bender was drug related. We have someone in custody for that. And then 34th and Sheridan, drug and robbery related, and a suspect in custody for that. We did have a homicide related to Kinky's Bar. This is still under investigation, so we're continuing to work on that. I don't believe we have somebody in custody for that. This is something that I wanted to show you because as much as I love coming here and showing and bragging about how my cops are doing such great work, putting their lives on the lines and in danger, I want to show you some of the other side as well. So I started an initiative for a certificate of appreciation for my officers for caught being kind. So what I want them to do essentially is catch other cops doing acts of kindness and then let me know about it so that I can, 1, appreciate them, 2, write a little letter of appreciation that can go into their personnel file, and 3, really acknowledge those things that happen every single day, but they don't make the news, we don't get to see them. So I wanted to share, I didn't know how they would receive this. I kind of thought they would like, boss, come on. But it's actually been received pretty well so far, so I'm excited to share it with you. These officers responded, this Officer Harrington and Officer Mueller responded to assist the fire department for a mother who was giving birth. They stayed with the kids she had other kids there, they stayed with them for several hours and took care of them and put their clothes on and got them completely situated and were really kind and caring to these kids that were in kind of a, strange situation. It can be really scary. Your mom's going through something and now the police are here, the fire department's here. So officer caught them being kind and then sent me this. These are, again, officers caught being kind. There was an abduction call, and the caller stated that her boyfriend was suffering from mental illness and basically took off with her children. Officer McIntosh and Officer Sharp went and got food for the kids. They took care of the kids, again, for a very long time until the mother could come get them. So we are incredibly appreciative for that because cops nowadays we wear a lot of different hats, right? You have to be strong, and you have to be kind, and you have to be knowledgeable. You have to be all of these different things, and I really do feel blessed. I think at District 4 I have a good amount of officers that have all of those great qualities to show that they're smart, to show that they can go out and get bad guys, but also to show that they have that compassion and that they genuinely do care for their community. So this one is regarding Officer Rachel Silverstein. She responded to a mother who was intoxicated and was actually able to get her to go seek help regarding that problem. And as we know within our communities, within all communities, there's a lot of problems with addiction, and sometimes people aren't ready to receive help. But sometimes they just need a nudge in the right direction. And so she was able to get her to seek some help and kind of see things differently. And her partner was so impressed, he sent me an email, and at the bottom of the email, he said, "Captain, you would have been so proud." And I was just like,
That's awesome. So, last one for this, I think, is Officer Sarah Beelan and Officer Holmes Rodriguez were traveling northbound on 91st Street. They observed a vehicle in traffic with the hazards lights on. They assisted the driver, they helped push her vehicle out of traffic, took her to the gas station, helped her to get gas, brought her back and made sure that she was situated. So these things are going on every day and they don't go noticed. So I wanted to make sure that I brought this to your attention. I would really like to continue to incorporate more cops from the district coming here so you can know their faces and get to know who they are. Officer Silverstein also is a baker, and she made all these cupcakes for something that I'm going to talk about later, but she cooked all of them. So we have a lot of really, really good, talented officers at District 4 that do a lot of different things. This I wanted to put out there because we need your help. We need recruiting. We have our police cadet program. Officer Janata is involved in that and will be continuing to be involved in that, and he is a major recruiter for them. But if you have any questions, I will bring him to another meeting so he can kind of explain the program to you, and hopefully we can get some of our youth that we all interact with to be part of that program. We're also offering internship opportunities, so if you know anybody that's interested, that's college age, that would like to come maybe perhaps do a ride-along and also work in, I know when I worked at Sensitive Crimes, we had an intern there and she found it incredibly helpful to her in her field and really appreciated the opportunity. So if you know anyone, I believe, do we have the flyers underneath for this? That's a good question, we'll find out. Then we also have the Citizens Academy. Has anybody here gone through the Citizens Academy? I knew it, I like it. All right, if anyone else is interested, we have the apply online. It's www.mpdoco.org. And then I gotta hit you up like 5 different times, I apologize. We're also looking for people that are officer aged to apply to the department. So if you know somebody that has all those skills that I was just talking about, that can be tough, but compassionate and really care about their community, please encourage them to apply. We recently got ShotSpotter within our district, and since the first, we've had 100 ShotSpotter calls for service. I put this up here so you can kind of see what ShotSpotter is. There's sensors that are placed on top of buildings, and then once the gunfire goes off, it alerts us to the approximate location of where that is. District 4 did not have this before, where other parts of the city have it, so I'm actually really excited to see where it gets us this year as far as gun recoveries, even for victims. There's been instances of someone being shot and no one calling the police, and then being located because we were responding to the ShotSpotter call. So I think it's incredibly beneficial. I'll continue to report out on that as we go through the year.
Will we get more?
I'll try. No promises, but I will try to get some more. This, I just wanted to highlight that District 4 did a great job this year without ShotSpotter. We recovered the most firearms within the city of Milwaukee. So District 4 has been doing a really, really good job. They've been working really, really hard to try to protect the community and keep them safe. And then this portion of it, sir, are you recording? Are you recording?
Yeah.
So this portion of it, this is where we show body cam or pursuit videos. We ask that this part not be recorded. If you want to continue recording, that's fine. I'll just have to skip it.
Well, it's actually live, so I have to cut my live stream.
I'm sorry.
Oh, here. There we go.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So, these are the sweeps that I was talking about previously. Again, most sweeps are for armed individuals. They do respond to those ShotSpotter calls that we were talking about. armed robberies, carjackings, drug dealing, all of those types of things. So on this deployment, we were lucky enough to have some air support, which I think you'll find is very helpful regarding these, because in pursuits, if we're doing them the right way, sometimes we're gonna lose them. If we're doing them the right way, sometimes they're gonna be way, way far ahead because they're going crazy fast. So this kind of shows how useful and how helpful this tool is. Oh, okay, I might have to log in here, give me a second.
Not really a good joke teller. What do you call a cow laying on the ground?
Cow.
Brown beef.
Brown beef.
That's a good one, I like that.
For that internship, is that a paid internship or?
That is a good question. I will verify and find out. I believe, at least from my experience with the last one that we did, it was not a paid one. When I was at Sensitive Crimes, and that was 5 years ago. Well. I know, I just logged in. I apologize.
Lieutenant, can tell us about those beach pictures we saw at the.
Oh.
We were rather envious.
Well, were you? I was in Mexico.
Oh.
And you know what's going on
And you
down
got
there.
home, so that's good.
So,
Guthrie, can you get me into your evidence.com? I'm at my login tower. Technology is great. When it works. What this overview, and I'll let you do that.
We have 280
right, there we go.
How can I get a funding? I think that this would be the kind of well, you know, 20 to start out. Great. And then, you know, when I run out, it would probably be worth it if I just call the number. You can get some, well, we can actually,
Well, I'll do this one first, just to show. So this one's really not gonna show anything too, crazy. It's just gonna kind of be the start of the pursuit that I'm gonna show you, and how, it's not up there? That didn't work.
so there's a police officer out there that's a vacant too.
He's visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is your office? Are you in this building? No, I'm on First and Virginia. Yeah, right by Comedy Sports. Right across the street. I go there all the time. I used to sell construction equipment, and we sold a lot of, cutoff saws, and so, the repair shop, I think, is right on First and Virginia.
They're exactly next to, what's,
For that. Okay, thank you very much, I appreciate it.
I will have music next time, I apologize. Interlude, I apologize. It works on my desk computer, I promise. I practiced it, I hyperlinked it, I everything. The cursive there. Okay, let's pull up the PowerPoint. Okay, we will save this, and I will put it in for the next meeting so you can see it, because I want you to see it, because it is very cool. The squad car initially comes up, but I will act it out for you. They light it up, and the squad, you can start your live feed again, I apologize, I'm sorry. They light it up, the car takes off, and it's going very, very fast. And the air support shows like where the vehicle is going. The vehicle ends up crashing, and officers are able to respond to it and find it because we were able to see where it's at. So it's very, very useful, and actually is a little bit safer because then we didn't have a squad that's going that same rate of speed right after that car. So we'll show it for the next crime and safety meeting. All right. All right. And as a result of that arrest, we got 60 grams of THC, 2 THC vape pens, a black and silver Glock 9mm handgun, a cell phone, an auto programmer. I know we've talked about those in our previous crime and safety meetings, but that's basically when you are coming out of, a citizen comes out of their house and their car's gone and like there's no glass, there's nothing. Jimmy with an award, sorry, Richard, stuff. A certificate of appreciation with our greatest appreciation, Jimmy Johnson, in recognition of many years of partnership with the Milwaukee Police Department. We appreciate the dedication you make Milwaukee a safer place to live. God bless. He came to the district, I was like, I can't give it to him now, I gotta wait for crime and safety. So, thank you so much for all your support. He is part of the 31st Street, and I am so appreciative for him. He helps present plaques to all of our officers, and when I say it genuinely means something to be recognized, because there are a lot of times where this job feels thankless. And that's not the case, because I see all of you here, but to have somebody appreciate you and to present you with a plaque when you're not expecting it is a great feeling. I hope you enjoy it.
That's what God bless you.
All right. Next, I'd like to say congratulations to Officer Alex Bowman. He's not here tonight, but I still want to acknowledge his accomplishment. This Friday, he's going to be promoted to the rank of detective. So he won't be assigned to District 4 any longer. However, I told him he better come back here and do some really good, solid investigations for us. He said that he will. Last but not least, I have to acknowledge our retirements. We had Officer Lisa Capitz, who retired. As the majority of you know, Carrie and Tracy are retired. And now Lieutenant Taylor, this is going to be his last crime and safety meeting. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you so much. I worked with Lieutenant Taylor when I was a baby sergeant, and he was a baby lieutenant at the time. And he was an awesome boss to work for. He always looked after me and took care of me and guided me in the right direction, and it was an incredible opportunity to be able to come work with you again. And he listened.
You sound just like that.
I did sound that. I didn't really say anything. I just went, and he got it. He understood it. So, thank you for being a genuine partner. Thank you for everything that you have done within District 4 in 9 years. 9 years at District 4, 9 years at one location is a really great accomplishment, and also that doesn't happen very often. So we, as a district, have been really, really blessed to have him. He loves being here with all of you, and that's a hard, it's a hard role to fill because he is so about the community. He loves all of you. He loves being here, and just, I can't say enough good things about him. He also loves, not all of you know this, he loves giving basketballs to little kids. He loves like inflating them at the district, and when they're in the front, he'll come bring them out and give them a basketball. So I only thought it would be fitting if we gave you a basketball today. We gently wrapped it in a paper bag. Yeah, please don't throw it. I saw the idea.
You're not gonna pass.
I think you'll catch it.
Some of you know he actually did was it a free throw competition?
Oh, good job.
Look at him coming out. Was it a free throw with Joe?
It's a free throw competition.
So Joe also, I should have put Joe in here, but Joe, our maintenance worker, also retired, and they did a competition, and Lieutenant Taylor kicked his butt.
I
Did you want to say?
I just want to say, I wanted to come in and tell you personally that thank you. Over my career, District Number 4 is near and dear to my heart. And the reason is that because of many of you in this room coming up every day, coming to these meetings and caring about the community. So thank you for being partners with us. Thank you for caring about the district and the community. And truly, you've been with us during some of the toughest times and also through the successes. So for that, I'm grateful. And you definitely enriched my career. And I'm very grateful to work with each and every one of you. So thank you. I'm very grateful.
Likewise.
He's not leaving.
Well, I mean, I wasn't running out the door, and I mean, the profession's been good to me. It's given a lot to me. It's given me a sense of purpose. You see my wife there, she's on the job too, and I'm looking at that. She doesn't really hug me like that anymore. I'm like, she looks like she loves me on that picture. But, I'll be leaving this department. I'll be going to the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office as a lieutenant, so I'll start there next month. So I'll be nearby. Hopefully I'll be able to work with you in another capacity in some role, and as soon as I figure that out, I'm sure I'll see many of you again.
He can't wait to hoop it up. He's gonna go take
Yeah,
care of
I
the gym
know.
already. We did want to offer the opportunity. I know it's kind of filled up a lot, but we have the Sharpie in the back. We wanted to offer the opportunity to anybody here who wants to sign it, that you can sign the basketball as well. So you can't slam dunk it yet. You gotta wait just a little
I
bit.
don't want to smudge it either, so
Yeah.
be careful.
And then, last, but not least, we have several officers in the room here. I would like, good, bad, or indifferent, I would like some input regarding, facial recognition software. What do you think about it? You like it? You hate it? Come let us know your opinion, because we want to get your input. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
I don't have a question, I just wanted to say that when my son, joined the police, he was assigned to District 4. And, I thought District 4 was very special because of him. I thought it was because of him that my little area, my block watch, got a little special attention. But since then, I have found out it wasn't just him. It was everybody at District 4. They've just been really outstanding and just have done a terrific job, even without Peter. But I just wanted to say that I've always been proud of District 4, and I still am.
Thank you so much, we appreciate it. All right.
Yeah,
Don't cry. I have cupcakes in celebration, so let's do some cupcakes, all right? All right, and then if you do want to offer your opinion, please see any officer in the room regarding the facial recognition software, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sir,
So-
have a cupcake. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you go so fast. You did great. I was like, maybe we can do 2 more series. Come back and do We also have some flyers. I apologize in the front for the Good Neighborhood Grant, Safe and Sound, Safe and Sound again.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Milwaukee County Sheriff.
How are you doing?
And I'll be. All right. Have a I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, time flies. I can't believe it. Yeah.
I don't have.
You still in the same spot over there? Okay. 7-3.
No,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
probably,
for sure.
probably,
Okay. Okay.
Mike, nice to meet you. Advocate? Okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And
so,
thank you for your service.
so we know based on,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, tell them about
actually, people want to know. So we know based on the.
Yeah. I'm about to go cruising. I'm about to find some time to cruise. I'm barely. I was in,
from the curb to 10 foot onto the.
yeah, that's kind of enough, but I was already in Cancun at the airport.
Protest?
So we're kind of a little ways away. We're at about an hour and a half away.
That's probably not going to be enough
So you got out.
for, is there anything that you can do as far as roadway to?
That would probably be a permit thing that you would have to try to figure out with the city to get permit.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys too.
Oh, permit.
We can do it the traditional way or just show up success on the road. But, you know, just want to get an understanding of how we can advocate there safely without breaking the law.
Yeah, that would have to be through pulling permits.
Alright, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you too. Yeah, I appreciate everything and having a meeting and,
Even though they're probably take over the, even though they're probably gonna take over the whole region,
I hope so.
like they did at Broadview.
If nothing else, I'll
I'm sorry, I don't know about that. The only thing I could tell you is if
They're now
it was
building,
into
they're now
planning,
building a federal prison at Broadview.
Thank you.
That's basically an entire city block.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
We're just trying to discuss what.
A little bit. I like it.
you can,
No, I'm always working.
that.
Maybe, we'll see if I can squeeze it in.
Sorry, 1 second.
We'll see.
I love the fact that they put four-way stop signs at 73rd and 74th and Carmen.
Okay.
They're blasting through there like, there was yield signs.
well, we will take care of that.
Yeah,
We're gonna find out.
come spring, you ought to have a comp on the
do you have a
motorcycle.
Got you. Let me grab my pen and notebook, and I'd like to continue. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's important that we have this dialogue of,
With other, yeah.
yeah, because,
I don't know
you
if
know,
people are aware.
yeah, I mean, it's like, nobody here asks a question about us.
Or
And
about, you know, like,
their community is about to get assaulted. And nobody asks the question about us.
you were in Menominee Falls, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. 4 years. Because I'm in this district. I've seen the live stream that you did. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so, parents were kind of more.
You know, I try to ask some hard questions because they need to be answered now. You know, it's not.
I don't think I'll be able to.
And that's why I record it, so that
Okay, so I have a couple of questions. Let me be shorter to answer before that. But so with the ring cameras, is the current law or practice that you guys have access to footage without a warrant?
Are there any special requests from a warrant?
If someone gives it to us, that would be the consent.
I'm up for it.
So, no, not
like the right.
Thank you.
FRT was currently banned
Yeah, well, kind of.
for the local.
I saw, yeah. Okay, so then there was also a thing that drones were being kind of tested and used for like respond to calls before officers come out. Is that like
That's not fully implemented yet, but that is something that they're looking into.
so that would be like for things that may not require officers to come out?
No, normally, so like, let's say there were a call for shots fired or something like that, if the drone were in the air, we'd be able to see vehicles leaving the area. or something like that.
And then the ICE facility, it's in our district.
No.
What is, I guess, like MPDs in general and District 4, do we have a plan for when they come? How, because I understand they're federal, you guys are local.
That's basically what it is. They're their entity and we're our entity.
Nobody seems to.
Well, I understand that, the difference, but like, we've seen that they obviously do things that are, I mean, against the law. So like, when that happens in our district, how far can our police go to protect us? I know it's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question. I don't
Other
think that
districts
there's-
have already answered that they're gonna follow the SOPs.
But there is no specific SOP for this that I know of that I've heard, because this is an unusual situation, right? Normally, their actions would be separate, like the local police would not have to intervene at all. And I understand that, you know, they have set lines because they are federal. But I mean, we do see they've done these things in Chicago and in Minneapolis, so if our police is here to protect and serve us, how are we going to be protected if, you know, an ICE vehicle rams
When they
into you
start kicking in
and, you know,
doors without a judicial.
yes, without a warrant, they kick down doors, and it's just, it's scary even for the citizens, like, it's, I mean, it may come to a point where people are afraid to live in Paris, and like, that will affect everything, economy.
In Minneapolis, people are heading people.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, have there been any, I guess, conversations maybe internally about how like the police department is planning on kind of addressing that?
I would have to direct you to our public information officer and then also
If it
to
wasn't
that
for this, I'd still
SOP that
be
we're
here.
referring to, which I believe is SOP 130.
Running and going. I'm still,
And is the SOP available online so that we can look it up ourselves, or is that not public
I
information?
believe it is.
And then you said the
I
public.
invited her to my funeral.
Information.
And that will be on the police website.
Yes.
I think she
I appreciate you and I know that you're,
Yeah, I mean.
it's
I'm with
hard
a lot of-
answers all the way
I'm with
around.
a
It's
lot
a
of
hard.
groups that, and
We're not picky.
if ICE were to start kidnapping people.
Well, good to see you. All right, thank you.
Have fun on your vacation.
I did have fun.
And 2,500 people showed
I
up
did.
at the facility.
Yeah, it worked out. So we have
25 people showed up to,
2,500
it's 2,500 people showed up to
that
the
facility
in protest, you mean?
in protest.
Oh, okay, sorry, I just wanted clarification. I was
Obviously.
not understand. I was thinking, but I'm like, hey, are you saying they took 25?
Not
That'd be
to
a lot.
see you.
We would have to deal with it kind of on a case-by-case basis, because that would depend on a lot of things,
I'm gonna miss
right?
you
Like,
too.
if it's a peaceful protest, our response would be different versus a
Gotcha.
violent protest,
You got
right?
it.
So it's kind of like, there's a lot of factors and what
No.
ifs that would be in play to try to figure that out.
The protests that brought you were peaceful.
Maybe.
And
We'll see once I get the.
Bovino with Fox News and so, and assaults those peaceful protesters.
I can't speak to that on what would be here in Milwaukee, right? Because and if you know Milwaukee, well, we have had a significant amount of protests that have been great, that have been, peaceful, that have been fine, that have resulted in everybody being able to express themselves. I think they're great. That's a part of our freedom. So, yeah, so I don't
No,
think
we had
that
the cake
it's-
at the
as long as
retirement party on Friday and then we ate more.
trend of making sure that we're.
And I think we still have some left over after that.
Yeah,
Now it's gonna be in your district probably.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think the
this,
protests, yeah, are not even an issue. Know that.
maybe-
Right. Yeah, this is
Take a
awesome.
cupcake,
This is
please.
very nice.
The other situations.
It's gonna be a great.
Because I know that,
This is awesome.
there's only so much oversight when it comes to federal, but it's just obviously because they are doing things that are chaotic. And so if we can't depend on police to protect us either, then whatever. And you know, as an individual, as a resident, you don't want to do anything that would,
Right,
put anybody
right.
else, your neighbors in danger, yourself in danger,
Right.
or anybody. All your departments. and
Yeah,
stuff
he
that
might be
people are
gone this
concerned that
summer.
people are
Yeah,
here.
no.
I've been hearing where you just don't know if you can count on them.
There's people around that don't even.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
And if there's, take care.
All right, take care.
I wouldn't want to be in that position in that one.
Oh, you know, funny thing.
Nope, I got a few more guys.
What I would do and what I would respond to be, because unfortunately, every year we just play a what if all day, right? What if this and that, and you change one factor and it changes the entire.
Yeah, so I'll know if you got it,
I know
like
it's
there.
interesting, and there are
Even if the,
peaceful
like the
protests up there.
community. I'm sure I'll be in patrol.
That's what I would like
it's
to
set up,
But that's
have.
the thing,
I'll be involved.
literally
So,
from that line to that line.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, but you let a cop, so I'm sure you'll still be seeing me
With 1,000 people.
Right, but that's also where
That's-
the kind of permits and
That
stuff
was
like
been a
that.
pleasure. And I'm sure we'll be
We
working
can get
together.
permits
at some
to
point.
shut
All right,
streets
see
down
you.
and do those types of things.
But you can't
Within,
shut that street down because.
Let's tell you, gonna go see.
What do you mean?
Because then that would be
then
obstruction.
maybe it's
For when?
a walk, you know, like it's.
No,
I don't know, but I mean, that's like you said, while
Can
you.
an area like Broadview be set?
Fight, or the.
Something.
Yeah, that would have to be something that's not something that we would set up. That would have to be something that we would be able to, that would have to discuss.
The more sugar you have, the faster you run.
Okay?
I'm taking on sugar because
I appreciate both of you.
Oh, FRT? Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely not?
Eroding the Fourth and Fifth Amendment? Absolutely
This was
not.
not transparent the way that they were.
You gotta balance it out.
Collaborating.
There's also too many people that's been used against in the
Did Joe sign it? Yeah.
American Palestinians.
Did we sign it or Joe?
That's
Joe.
been used.
No. Joe. What? Joe. We gotta find him. I gotta find him.
There are studies that it's also not.
It's not the
Oh, yeah.
apartheid state that they, that they came from.
Right.
So-
You beat me, you can get one.
I got you marked down, all right? I appreciate your time. Please take a cupcake. I do not want to go lose those cupcakes because I will eat them. So please take one. Thank you for coming to attend our meeting. And as,
I'm not actually from your district, I'm from Monogahela.
oh, all right.
I live 5 minutes
Well,
from
I was gonna say you're not that far out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not that far out.
But, you know, I can't you know, I have to come, so.
I appreciate it, and I'm
So
glad to
I
have
keep
you.
you in the office for tomorrow.
MPD district meeting, so.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care. Take care. Take one. Please, please, I don't wanna go home with these cupcakes. I like it. Mike? Chocolate, vanilla?
Chocolate.
Chocolate, all right, I like it. I'm gonna